Thank you. Thanks. You know, they say you should never work with friends, and usually they're right, but Amy and I, as she said, have been friends for 30 years. Also Scott Rudin. I'm sorry he couldn't be here. And we've been friends, and we've worked together for so long, and we're even working together today. And Steven Spielberg too, same thing. So I am just so grateful to them for all they've done for me and for all the nice things they just said. I learned to write a lot about writing for movies in college, but it wasn't in a classroom. I was a usher at a movie theater in San Francisco called the Stonestreet, and this was back when movies played exclusively. And the whole time I was there, it was showing the movie Serpico. So for two times a night for months, I watched this movie. And I saw it literally 100 times. And I never tired of it. And I didn't really know it then. I couldn't have known it then, but I learned more about writing for movies watching that movie than I have at any other time before or since. And they couldn't have known it, but the writers of Serpico, Waldo Salt and Norman Wexler, were my teachers. So I'd like to thank them. And there was another name on the screen that I would see every night, and of course there was no way that I could know that I'd ever meet him, let alone work with him and become dear friends with him, and that's Dino De Laurentiis. Some of my other teachers who don't know they are necessarily have won this award, and I'd like to thank them. You know, guys like Bob Town and Alvin Sargent and Paul Schrader, just to name a few. When you're writing and, you know, it's not going so well and you're hating everything you're doing, which is basically my normal state, you pick up one of their screenplays and reread it, and you're inspired all over again. So I'd like to thank them too. And the directors that I've been so lucky to work with, I mean, Steven Spielberg, Ridley Scott, and Martin Scorsese, who I also love working with. I mean, Spielberg obviously has been so important to me. David Fincher now, I'm having a good time with, and John Schlesinger, who gave me my first real job writing back at a time when I wouldn't have given it to me. And he was a great guy, and I really thank him. And I'd like to say something to my wife, Elizabeth. It's not always a lot of fun, I know, living with a writer, when half your questions are met with a blank stare, or, I'm sorry, what did you say? And this goes on a lot, and I'm aware of it, and I wouldn't put up with it, but you do, and you have for a long time. And my boys, Charlie and Nick, who were a constant source of inspiration for me. And, you know, there's a part of them in everything that I do, and a lot of them in Searching for Bobby Fischer, which I couldn't have written without them. And Charlie is here, so thank you, Charlie. And the gang at Gang Tire. I have a lot of lawyers because I need a lot of lawyers. And some of them are here tonight, and I thank them for coming. And Garrett, who is sitting with them, always a good idea to sit with the lawyers, good choice. And my newer cohorts over at Endeavor, I thank them too. I had the pleasure of working with the great Conrad Hall twice. And one time he said to me, and he was about 70 at the time, he said, you know, I really don't know what I'm doing. I come on a set in a kind of panic, not knowing where to start. And it's as if I can't remember what I did in the last one, and I can't bring anything from the last film into the next film. And I think what he meant was that, he somehow had to recreate this feeling of free falling. He needed the fear of failure in order to feel the kind of excitement of rediscovery. And I feel the same way about writing. I never know where to start. And each new script gets harder than the last one. And, I do think, though, that if I ever do figure out how to do it and how to do it where it comes easily, it should probably be the day that I give it up. One last thing about Conrad, he loved wine, Merlot to be exact. I like wine too, Merlot not as much as him. But I haven't had any wine tonight because I knew I had to get up here. And I wanted to be completely straight when I say that I'm a proud member of the Writers Guild. And I am honored and humbled to receive this award. There's really nothing better from all the writers that I admire. I thank you, and now I'm going to have some wine. Thank you very much.